There it is.
What's up? What's up with it?
It took me about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What's happening, brother?
I'm chilling, bro. Always, same old, nothing too much.
You in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA. Uh-huh.
How's the quarantine going, bro?
Same old, same old. You know what I'm saying? We really can't do nothing. Staying inside, just trying to be busy. That's all. Shit, I just finished playing the game, watching TV, playing Uno, playing ping pong. That's it,
It
bro.
it touch any of your family, bro?
No, ain't nobody. My daddy, one of his childhood best friends, he died from it actually.
Nah,
But as far as anybody else, nah, not so far. You know what I'm saying? Thank
my
God.
I got a cousin right there in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi.
Yeah.
His wife was a nurse, and she brought it home, and they both got sick. Uh,
Yeah.
but they shaking back though. And
Right, right, right,
my
right.
childhood best friend in Morello, his
Yeah,
mama, his mama, she's 80, she made 80 today. And
yeah,
she was in Iceland for like a week. And they was
yeah,
worried because of her age, but she went home today.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Then.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's
But
real good.
it's kind of annoying listening to people talk about it ain't a real problem. And then you got people
Yeah,
that's
bro.
really being tough.
They got some dummies out there talking about it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man.
hmm
But tell me about tell me about the hooker match. Is it just postponed or what? What's the deal?
So far it's postponed. I never heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw some. I think Dan Raphael wrote something on Twitter talking about they trying for July. His sources say they trying for July, but they didn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, ain't nothing going on. It should just be postponed. That's all.
Right. Did your management make
Lou
this
is
match
my
happen?
promoter. Lou is my promoter. Lou DeBella. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he when he tell you y'all fighting, then it's more
When Lou and Eddie Hearn say it's happening, then that's when it's happening. Like I said, so Dan Raphael, like I said, he posted something on Twitter talking about they trying for July. Eddie Hearn came right under. He was like, "No, I don't know what y'all talking about. That's not the case." So Eddie and Lou is the people that's gonna make it happen. So if they didn't say it, it's not happening.
yeah, I can't see how you can put a date, even a tentative date with this stuff, man.
Yeah, you can't, bro.
But I was just saying, is everybody involved saying they just gonna postpone it? We gonna make that fight happen when everything shake back, or no
Most
telling.
likely, most likely. But with this going on, bro, you never know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? With this whole pandemic, the disease and all that, the corona, you don't know. It's supposed to be everything is supposed to be postponed, but right now you don't know what's going on. So everybody just everybody kind of in the dark right now. All of us in the dark.
They talking about the governor talking about opening a state bank. Mama asked me today. She said, "If they let everything go, you letting the boys leave the house?" I said, "Nah,
Yeah,
nah, he
right.
ain't going nowhere. Ain't no more school. You gonna sit right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Let them crash test dummies go see if it's safe. Then
yeah,
we'll go."
yeah. Right,
But
right,
yeah,
right.
man, I'm glad it ain't touched you out there, bro. That's good.
Yeah.
When I first came to Houston, man, and started getting involved with boxing here,
hmm
it was about '08.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the first time I seen you fight. What years was you active here locally?
I came out there in locally out in Houston and Texas and stuff like that. I came out there around, of course, Katrina hit in '05, but
Right.
I was active like '06, '07, '08, '09, 10, and I think I turned pro in like 2012 or something like that. Yeah, I turned pro in 2012.
Cause I remember when you was on one of the gloves or something. Did you fight the gloves, the state gloves?
I fought in the state golden. I fought Errol Spence in the state golden gloves. Yeah,
Okay, I remember all that shit, man. But
yeah.
you was out of Savannah's, right?
I was out of Savannah. Yep.
Savannah
Elmwood, I
boxing.
was out of Savannah's. Right.
Right. So and then you landed with my dude, bro. So I don't know if Bobby told you, me and him go way back, bro. He was my
Yeah.
first contact in Houston, bro. Cause do you might don't remember, you're a little bit younger, but
Mm-hmm.
Annabelle Goodman, John Goodman from Roseanne, the
Yeah.
actor,
Right. Yeah.
his wife used to do a promotion out the city, and
Right.
she had a gym. She had a gym in is that Kenner maybe or Fast City somewhere, and
Yeah.
she signed my cousin, man, and so to keep him out of trouble, they sent
Yeah.
him to Houston. They had him at a high rise right down there by the main gym that burnt down. I know you heard
Right.
about that one.
Yeah. I heard it.
And so that's how me and Bobby ended up hanging out, and then we got tight. And then
Yeah.
when Jim Boy he'll disappear, Bobby will call me, say, bro, where's your cousin, man?
Yeah.
So I call him, bring him back from the city, man. And but you know the city life, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But yeah, man, that dude goes back to like 2000, man. Right at 99, 2000, bro. Me and Bobby, bro. I consider us real good friends, man. So when I seen you with him,
Mm-hmm.
you know, well, you already know I'm home team like a mug. I know you
Already
see
know.
it.
Yeah.
I know you see it, bro.
Right.
But uh, yeah, man, we was talking before that Taylor fight, man. And when y'all was getting ready, you had my guy in camp. It wasn't for Taylor though. It was for
You talk about Quentin. I had Quentin in camp before. Yeah, I had Quentin in camp. The fight before that against Relic.
that dude you ran through. Yeah.
Relic. How
How many
when I
rounds
won my
that went?
belt
Huh?
championship. Yeah, when I won the WBA.
What that was? How many rounds that fight went?
Six round. It was supposed to be a first round, right? So I hit him that first round. I hit him with a body shot. He turned around, went to his corner. He ran. He turned around, and like kind of just like ran off and went to his corner. So that was supposed to be a first round, but they let it keep going, and then I stopped him in the sixth.
Right. He said, Coach. He said, I'm gonna hit Regis up, man. I'm tall and skinny like Hooker, man. He need to
Yeah.
bring me in.
Right. I talked to him. I talked to Quinn. I talked to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
talked to him. Yeah, we be
Good
talking.
deal, man.
You know what? I told him I'm gonna hit him up, him and like Vontae, a lot of local guys and stuff like that. Once we find out what's going on, of course.
Yeah, man. It kind of but everybody's froze, bro. Nobody.
Everybody, yeah, bro. It's not, it's on every level, bro. Everybody froze. My main thing is, bro, like, all your fighters just tell them kind of stay active. You know what I'm saying? Try to stay in shape, stay active, because when it start rolling again, it's gonna roll, and it's gonna roll fast. It's gonna roll fucking fast as a motherfucker.
That's what I told him. I said, when we get over this hump, bro, watch how many opportunities out there for guys, to come in for that and try to pull an upset to, just trying to get anybody with a little bit of name in their time, trying to get, try to fill the stands up. But you know what I do? I have them send me their miles every day, bro. My whole team, every day I'm getting their miles, man. So, and I'm gonna be able to see when we get back in the gym.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, you out there, Hollywood, man. I seen the movie too, man. I said, I'm a Mark Wahlberg fan anyway. But
that's what's up.
yeah, and I seen the fight. I see and I seen the little clip which I said, man, let me see if my man's in that acting, man.
Yeah.
You was a henchman or something, man.
Yeah, I was it was a gang. It's a Dominican gang called the Trinitario, and I was a part of them. Yeah, that's what I was. I was a part of them.
Yeah, that was nice, man. I enjoyed, it was a good movie.
It was a good movie. Yeah, it was definitely a good movie.
Is that I be seeing you in the gym with Peter Berg and the director.
Yeah, him and Mark Wahlberg and stuff. Yeah,
that's all one crew.
Yeah, I'm signed to them. That's my management company. I'm signed with Churchill Management, and so it's Peter. It's a few partners, but like Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg. They like that's a part of their company or whatever. So, you know, I'm signing them. So that's why they put me in the movies and all that.
So they ain't just doing movies about boxing. They invested. They really
Yeah, basically, yeah. They do real, you know, real movies.
first time I seen Peter Bird, bro. It was him and he was an actor in the boxing movie. It was the first time I remember watching it.
And guess what? I never saw the movie. It's the Great White Hype, right?
Yeah,
I never saw it either.
it was like a play on Larry Holmes and
And
Cooney.
Jerry
Like they
Cooney.
tried to, you know, different
Right.
actors and stuff, but it was
Yeah,
like a comedy. It was
right.
good, bro. It's good. You need to
I
watch it.
gotta watch it, man. He was like, "Man, you never saw my movie." I was like, "Bro, I never saw." I still didn't watch Great White
What
Hype.
it was what it was Damon Wayans was the champ running through everybody.
Right,
And the only fight he ever lost was against the white boy in the amateurs.
right.
Peter Bird played the white boy, so they went and found him and tried to make a fight.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah, it was good. It was
right.
good though, bro. Yeah, man. So I talked to Bobby, bro, a little bit about about your history as far as in the pros and the work
Yeah,
y'all had to put in before getting recognized and you know me and Quentin on the same we on that same blast now.
right.
And he was saying how y'all was shopping everybody and trying to make y'all way, bro. So you got it the hard way.
I got
Uh,
the hard way, bro. Yeah, most people don't realize, bro. I came up the hard way, bro. Like that was, you know, my first 10 fights, bro. Like some of them fights, I didn't even get paid. I'm talking about $0, bro. Like
right.
you know, a lot of people don't realize what I went through, you know. But I went through like I didn't been through it, bro. You know, and you know, thank God I'm here now.
But it's well earned, ain't it? You
Oh, it's
deserve
definitely well, definitely
success,
well.
man.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely well, bro.
what's your and I know you probably went over it a million times, man. But recap me with the Josh fight, man.
Hmm.
What we could have did a little better? What you think would have sealed the deal? Was it just it should have been at home? Or what you think? How
It's
did
a
break?
lot of things. It's a lot of things, bro. It's a whole lot of things, you know. Like first off, first off, before I even started, I thought I won. I still thought I won the
Right,
fight. You know, I thought
right,
it was a close fight. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely a close fight, but I still thought I edged the. You know, I thought I edged the fight. I still thought I won. If you look at the stats, the punch stats, I outworked them, I outlanded them, I outjabbed them, I like landed everything, like everything. The stats wise, statistical, of course, that doesn't tell a fight, but stats wise, I was ahead of everything in the stats, right? So I still thought I won the fight, but it was a close fight, and it shouldn't have been a close fight. The reason I took, you know, a lot of before I even took the fight, they was like, man, don't go fight over there. You know, you're not gonna win. If you go over there, you're not gonna win the fight. So I was like, man, I really thought, to be honest, I really thought I was gonna stop him. You know, that's why I took the fight. I was like, bro, I'm gonna stop him. I guarantee I'm
right.
gonna stop him. So I definitely tip my hat off to him because, you know, he stood up to it. You know, I hit him and he stood up to it. He was tougher. He was definitely tougher than I thought. You know, he hit him with a lot of stuff, and you know, of course, I messed over his eye, but he took that and he kept going. He was a true warrior in them. Um, as far as preparation before that, you know, there was just a lot of things going on. You know, like first off, I I did a 3-part camp, right? So I started here in LA, then I went to Houston, and then I went to London. So I started, like I said, I started in LA for 2 weeks, then I went to um I started here for 2 or 3 weeks, then I went to Houston for like 2 weeks, and then I went to London for 3 weeks, right? So really my success always been when I did it at home. That was my whole thing. My camp always been, since I lived in Houston, my training camp always been good when it was at home, in my own home. I like sleeping in my own bed. Even, you know, like with the kids and stuff, it take my mind off of the other stuff I gotta do. You know, it still keep me focused and stuff. And then I have, you know, like my bag and stuff
Allows
in my
you
garage.
breathing
Breathing.
room.
Yeah, when I go to camp and stuff, is like when I go to different cities and stuff like that, I miss my kids, and it's just not like, it's not in my what I do. You know, some fighters have success going away for a training camp. Some fighters have success at home. Me, I'm one of the people that have success at home. So you know, and then on top of that, I went to London, and I was when I first went to London, I was excited about going to London. You know, I definitely was. You know, people noticed me. Is a crazy feeling. I'm quoting like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne said, he was like, man, like, it's one thing where people in your city or your country and your state, they know you, but when you go overseas and people from in, you know, way over there in Europe, they know who you are. It does so. It's different. And so I'm walking down the street, bro, and people know who I am. I walk in the malls and people recognize me. People know who I am. So I was definitely glad to be over there. But
Right.
after about a week, I was just like, bro, like I was bored stiff, and I definitely was like, I was missing home a lot. And yeah, I was just missing home a lot. And then like 2 weeks in, it was just like, man, it was just like boring, you know. The good thing, I did a lot of media stuff, so that kept my mind off a lot of stuff, because I was doing a lot of media and stuff like that. But and then once my family and them came, once people start rolling, my mom and them came, my wife, my kids, my friends and stuff from New Orleans, they all came. Then it started getting a little better, but then it was fight time. You know, it was time to really focus.
Right.
But you know, and then that's before the fight, of course, and then of course, like fight night, I felt that, you know, I definitely felt like I had it easy the first couple of rounds, the first 3 or 4 rounds. I think I beat them easy. And then after that, I know I gave the middle rounds up. I sat in there and banged a lot in the middle rounds, but then the last couple of rounds I came on strong, you know. So I know that's why I know it was close, but I still thought I won, just because of those early rounds. I thought I had them in the bank, you know.
Right.
But like I said, man, I can't complain about nothing. It is what it is. Is, you know, I don't talk about it too much, because it's just like it's spilled milk. It's under the bridge, and you know, you let it go. And it was his. What you gotta sometimes you gotta understand, bro. Some people, like, you believe in like God and religion, and people's time. That was his time. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, like that was his time. So I can't take nothing away from him, you know. And I talked about this you know, a bunch of times, to where if you look at before the fight, pre-fight, he had a lot of stuff going on against him. You know, it was like, I know Shane McGuire, his trainer, his sister died. They just lost like Luke Campbell just lost to Lomachenko. That was a big loss. And you know, and then like Josh Taylor, his girlfriend's dad passed away while he was in training camp. You know, so that's a
Hey,
lot of going against you. You know, and for me, that was just it was just his night, bro. That was all. It was just his night. I couldn't take. That's why after the fight, I was just like, you know, like, I can't. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna say, oh,
well,
y'all cheated me. No, can't do that.
no, nor should you, bro, because you know, adversity. You know this, man. You've been facing adversity since you've been a kid, man. And if you can't stick your chest out and accept it, and
Yeah.
you know what you did, what you didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm looking at my TV, bro, because I threw it on my TV so I could see it. My
Right.
phone off the phone, bro. That's why I'm looking up.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh, uh, but yeah, man, that's character. That shows character, man. I can't stand, you know, if they took it, if judges take it, hey, I shouldn't have let y'all have the outcome. Okay, I accept it. That's kind of what I teach my guys, man. We
Yeah.
don't care if you can't take it on the chin, man. That's why I'm so disappointed with Deontay, bro. It's
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I was at least hoping, bro. Would you please explain to people? You can't box with your hand not in your gloves, bro. I don't get that, man. And I'm like, he could just say,
Right.
y'all, I get it. Y'all my fans. I appreciate y'all. We gonna get in shape and try it again. But that nonsense, bro, you just muddling the waters with that, bro. That's disappointing for me, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But look, all right, look, in defense of Deontay Wilder a little bit. Not
Uh-huh.
even defense of Deontay Wilder, but all right. So I saw some videos. Now I'm not saying no glove, none of that stuff. I'm not even saying none of that stuff like that happened with the gloves. The video did look kind of convincing. His hand was out. So when
Oh,
he pulled, it
oh,
looked
that flimsy ass hand. How he
right.
slaps them jabs and shit. Oh yeah.
It looked
Oh
like his
yeah.
hand was out. You know, that was kind of convincing. But a lot of people don't realize, like, and I read a book about it. People see my book collection. I read every book on that shelf, matter of fact. But so I read a book about it, and they were saying like how athletes, you got to realize, like, sometimes as an athlete, when you give it everything you got, you in training camp for 6 to 8 weeks, you busting your ass every single day, and somebody beat you, right? And you lose. It gotta for I think for the human mind, most of the time, it gotta be a reason why I lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people try to give excuses. They be like, this is why, this is the reason, because they can't accept. They be like, they really can't accept to where, like, how did I lose? I did everything
Like
I
a
could
self.
in training camp and I lost. So it's, a lot of people gotta be like, oh, I lost because of this reason. Oh, the suit was heavy and this, so it's a human thing, like, you just imagine anybody, you give everything you got, and then you don't succeed. And then you gotta have something in your head, be like, this is why I didn't succeed, So it's, for me, I think it's a human thing. I think it's definitely human nature. Of course, like Deontay Wilder saying the suit, of course, it is an excuse. It's definitely an excuse. You should never. Maybe it did suck up your legs. Maybe it did zap your energy or whatever. Maybe not. We don't know. But as a human, you got to think like, I lost because of this. That's why a lot of people think. You know what I'm saying?
Like a self-preservation, like a defense mechanism, an explanation
Basically,
to
it
yourself.
is. Basically, it is. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it is as an athlete. Now, of course, you still go back and, you know what I'm saying? You still
Right.
go back and do your homework and then get better from that. But, don't wear the suit again. Don't do this. Don't do that. When the next fight happens, he'll have to do all that stuff and take all those precautions. But,
That's
as an athlete, I mean, you'll think like, all right, I lost because of this. I gave everything I had, and I had to lose because of this reason. And that's kind of, how it is.
it just worries me because here's the other side of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you gonna get back in the gym, bro, and do some adjustment, regardless if you can or can't. That's that's for the fans, and then we'll see when they fight.
Right.
But you got to tell yourself, what's the things I gotta fix, man, and do different. Because if you ain't accepting that part of it, it's like, man, you bound to repeat the shit.
Right.
That's
That's
my
what
only
I'm saying.
thing.
He got to do that. He has to. Of course, he can make the excuse and stuff, but he has to go in the gym and fix
Be
the things that
honest
he
with
did.
yourself.
Yeah, you got to be honest with yourself and be like, all right,
Right.
maybe my suit was heavy, maybe he was punching, but I didn't do this right. Then
Right.
you go back and you fix that. That's what he has to do. So you can. It goes both ways.
Absolutely, man. I just be interested in seeing how boys bounce back, because one of the things I tell everybody, man, and I say, listen, man, Joe Louis lost, bro. Joe Louis got knocked out before he ever became the heavyweight champion of the world.
Right.
And so if Joe Louis could lose, what you think you know what I'm saying? That could happen.
Right. Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. I think everybody right now is so concerned with the zero because of Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh,
Floyd
yeah.
Mayweather. He
That's
emphasized
new.
that zero so much. So now fighters, they're scared to take chances, and they don't want to fight hard fights because they're scared to lose that zero. But for me, it don't matter about me. First off, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this until the day I die. I thought I won the fight. So for me, it's not even about the win or loss. Of course, I got the one on the other end of my record, but I still thought I won the fight. But for me, it's all about now. How are you gonna come back? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about for me. And all my idols lost, all of them. Joe, you talk about, like you said, Joe Louis and Pernell Whitaker and Muhammad Ali,
Dude.
Sugar Ray Robinson, all of them. It's about how you come back. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta always, realize. It's not about the zero. You can have, the zero, but that doesn't define you.
Dude, I'm 40. I'm 43 years old, bro. My hero coming up boxing was Tommy Hearns and Sweet Pea Whitaker, man. And the fights they lost didn't affect how I felt. That was my team, man. And if they lost, it's time to come on back and get another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a little younger than me. And Floyd Mayweather's the same.
Right.
He didn't even grow up with that. He didn't even grow up with that. If you ain't got a, you know what I'm saying? That's promotion shit. I'm sure his heroes, whoever they may be, I don't know, but man, listen, I think Roberto Duran probably peak. Roberto Duran probably as good as you can be as a boxer, and he lost. So that shouldn't determine a guy's career, man. Well, it really doesn't anyway.
Right.
But that's a new thing, right? These boys trying to protect it and stuff like that. But when you come up the hard way, bro, like yourself, you had to let it hang. Bobby told me a story, man, where they switched the which fight it was, they switched the opponent on y'all.
You talking about the Undango fight?
I can't remember which one,
The
but
one
he was
on
like,
I know they switched Undango. I was supposed to be fighting Victor Postal, and then they switched him with Undango.
no, I think this was a younger, like when you was coming up, like 10, 11.
Oh yeah. So
And
we
he was
had
like, and Bobby was like, man, that dude, he's up there.
it was Hector Velasquez.
Okay.
He
And he
fought
was
like
like,
Pacquiao. He fought like everybody. He was a tough ass veteran. They switched him, and Bobby was kind of worried. You know what I'm saying?
right. He said,
Bobby,
y'all talked about it. You was like, Coach, let's go knock him out or whatever. And he was
right.
saying, well, fuck, it ain't like, we getting this shit fed to us easy. Come on. Well,
Yeah.
and that makes a trainer, your trainer believes in you anyway. But I'm saying when he sees that fighter not, willing to put it all on the line, man, it's hard not to fall in love with the whole, with the team. But rather than protecting the old, bro. You know what I'm saying? You fight dudes, you fight real dudes. It makes a hell of a lot of difference when you end up having to face adversity.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was somebody. It's supposed to be somebody. Then it was they changed to Hector Velasquez. Bobby was like worried and stuff like that.
Yeah. He told me about it.
At the time, Jay Jones was my manager, and he told him, and it was kind of worried. And man, I went out there and I knocked him out cold. I'm talking about
Yeah,
cold.
he told me about it, bro.
Worse than he ever been knocked out. He fought like Pacquiao. He fought all kinds of people, and I put him out. I'm talking about cold. He like had to go on a stretcher. It was bad. Like I dapped him up after the fight. He didn't know who I was. He was gone.
Yeah, man. He told me about it, bro. And that's that. But you know what that does? That fortifies the fighter. It fortifies everything you're working for, man. So when you have to face this adversity, like you said, going to England and the outcome being what it is, man. I told Bobby after that fight, because we didn't talk for about 2 weeks. And I talked to him, I said, man, that shit ain't affecting that boy other than just, nobody wants to lose. I said, that dude's still ready to go, huh? And he said, yeah. I said, that's because that dude's a throwback. I told you that a long time ago. I said, when I watch you fight, bro, I said, it's like a left-handed goddamn just a throwback. I'm trying to think who I compared you to, man. Coleman Basilia or something, man. That boy's coming to fight, bro. And that's what he said. He said, yeah, man. He said, man, Regis ain't, I said, I know. I can see it. I can see the whole thing, bro. So I was just eager to see you get back in there, man. And then when they pick, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched Hooker a couple times, right? I ain't studied him or nothing. We gonna win that one, bro. I really think. And I seen some interviews with what's my man, Bomac.
Bomac, yeah.
Yeah, and they say they got you figured out, man. So yeah.
Listen, man, I don't even keep talking about it, because it's fucking, it's pointless right now. We don't know what's going on, but
yeah, man.
Bomac, let them keep talking and all that stuff, bro.
And the fans are the worst, bro. I love the fans, but when they're against you, man, they don't. A lot of fans don't understand the intricacies of the business, man. So if that fight don't come off for whatever reason, and it's a plethora of reasons, if that fight don't come off, man, Regis was getting out of that fight, and then the people against Hooker was getting out of that fight. Man, the fans are terrible.
It is what it is, bro. I see people talk about the Floyd thing. Listen, bro, people still to this day hate on Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is arguably one of the greatest boxers ever.
Without a doubt.
And people still hate and talk about him, So if Floyd can't please the fans, I'm not even worried about him. You know what I'm saying? If Floyd, you talk about somebody as great as Floyd, people still talk about he ain't this, he ain't fighting nobody, he did this. If people still talk about him like that, I didn't hear people talk about Muhammad Ali, I didn't heard people talk about Joe Louis, I didn't heard people talk about Sugar Ray Robinson. If they can't please the fans, bro, I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna get paid. and I'm gonna have fun, and
bro.
that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do
So
you one better. I do
yeah,
you one better.
yeah,
You just
exactly.
turn
I'm
on
not all
Facebook.
about pleasing everybody. You can't, bro. That's just, I mean, boxing. I love the boxing fans, but you know, it's a love hate thing. You know what I'm saying? Because some of
Yeah,
them good and some of them bad. Like some of them, they ain't fighting nobody. They a hype job. They this, they that. They say all kinds of stuff, bro. People say all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear people talk about Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran was just a brawler, and he was what? Do you know
bro.
what the fuck you talking
Uh,
about?
oh, what about the No Mas fight, man? And then people say, oh, you know, the big criticism, he's a quitter. And this, I say, man, the man fought for about 20 more years, won titles, and you know, he made a
He fought till he was 50.
yeah,
And he
he made
only
it.
stopped fighting because he had a car wreck.
Yeah, I say, but Regis, they talk about Jesus, bro. So you
It's how
know,
people do, bro. It's how people do. You can't please people, bro. I mean, I don't try, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Let people talk. That's just how they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's just people have their picks. They say whatever they want, bro. I'm gonna keep doing me, and you know, I embrace the hate. You know what I'm saying? I don't block nobody. So if anybody watching me, you know, you hate no, I don't block nobody. You can hate as much as you want. You comment on my shit all day. I don't block nobody, bro. You bring it to if you want to hate on me, it's welcome. It's welcome for me. I don't care.
yeah. If you, yeah, I forget what comedians say. If you got 10 haters, you better be get on your job so you have 12 for the year out. I
Right.
forget what
Exactly. Yeah,
comedian
when
that
people
was.
hating, it's a good thing, bro. It mean you're doing something right.
What's when this thing does kick back and whatever, uh, how was you running your camps? You still gonna train out of Maine, or you was still coming home, or
I'm
what?
gonna do my whole thing here, bro. Like I said, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? I'm home now. I'm home in LA, so I'm gonna do my whole camp. I'm gonna do my whole camp in LA. That's why I was doing this last time. I was doing my whole camp in LA. Now I haven't figured out if I'm gonna move back to Houston or if I'm gonna stay in LA yet. I don't know. It's a hard decision. A
You
lot of
think
people tell me
about Houston? You think about leaving?
I don't. I don't want to be honest.
Uh,
But I mean, you know, we got like it's just the family and stuff, you know, the kids and all that stuff. We thinking about it, but it's a hard.
we
You know,
fought,
it's a hard decision to to leave LA, bro. LA like the dream city.
dude. We being the old New Orleans boys, bro, and hating the summer and all. We fought in we fought in Coachella. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Indio on the Golden.
Right. Uh-huh.
And it was hot. It was hot here, man. It was Houston, New Orleans weather.
Yeah.
And I went out there, man, and we was out there like the week of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hot out there, but it wasn't hot. It was like it was in the 90s, but so we walking, right? We outside walking. And I looked at my partner, I said, man, what these guys out here so mad about? You know, talking about the games and stuff. You see the games on TV. I say, man, what the hell they mad about, bro? It's wet out here. I said,
Yeah.
ain't no reason to be mad, bro. And he said that's that dry, that dry heat. You ain't
Yeah.
sweating like that, man. So I was like, man, this is beautiful, bro. It's 90 degrees and I don't mind going outside. That's
Right.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
It's
ain't never
different.
seen nothing like that.
Yeah, it's real nice out here, bro. So it's, I'm contemplating. I'm seeing what I'm gonna do, but I'm thinking about it. I'm just
It's
gonna stay. Yeah, I couldn't see myself living here forever, but I definitely love living here right now. So we'll
that
see.
the wife is where's your wife from, bro?
She from Rio, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
She been she was born there and came to America, or how that work?
She came here when she was 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how it is in Brazil, bro. She likes where y'all at or what?
Oh, I mean, her family. She got an aunt and one aunt and one sister in Houston. All the rest of her family is all in Brazil. So we kind of out here by ourselves, and that's another reason why we
That'll
thinking
do it, man.
about back and stuff like that. But she like it out here. You know, LA. It's hard to not like LA, bro. It's really hard. It's hard not to like LA. So especially about like our lifestyle. Like I'm definitely an outside type of person. I love being outside, and so we'll see.
Yeah, brother. Well, you know Houston is home, man. I've been out here 20 years now, man. I was
Right,
here.
right, right.
I was here in 2000. I stayed, Went back in '03, and then Katrina brought me back too to Houston.
Right.
And I've been here ever since. But
Yeah. Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I got a little sister and all that out there too. My daddy, the thing is, crazy thing, my daddy was living in Baton Rouge
Uh,
almost the whole time I lived in Houston. And as soon as I moved to LA, he moved to Houston, which didn't make no sense at all. He retired from his job. He moved to Houston, and I moved to LA. So it's like we all backwards, you know what I'm saying? My little sister, my younger sister, she's out there. She lives in Houston also, you know. So and her family lives out there too. So you know, we
y'all
still
probably
think about it.
y'all probably end up back here, man. It's hard.
I don't know. Maybe not right now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
It's hard. Hey, bro, I love Houston, man. I went back because my father got sick, man, and he passed away New Year's Day '05, right before Katrina. And then
Oh,
when Katrina hit, I met my wife here, and so we was coming back anyway.
right.
I was trying to get out of the city again, man. I just went back on purpose and trying to get back, man. But I
Yeah.
love Houston, man. It's been good to me, man.
Right.
Been
Right.
good to you too.
Oh yeah, definitely been good to me too. I mean, most likely if I don't move back right now, I'll be moving back. You know, eventually one day I'll probably be buying some properties out there in the next probably year, probably even before that, really, to be honest. So, you know, we'll see what's up.
Well, I'm glad we finally nailed this thing down, bro. I've been trying to get you on here, man, for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah, right. The thing is with me, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like everybody be trying to interview me and stuff. You gotta have my number, and I gotta text you with like, oh, I'm ready, cause I can't set no time because especially like people be hitting me up, bro, like, oh, let's do it next Monday or something. But I don't even know where I'm be at tomorrow, to be honest.
Too
So I
far in
be so
advance, yeah.
I be so busy with the times and stuff like that. So I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I got this to do Tuesday or next Tuesday or some people be like 2 weeks from now. I be like, bro, I can't tell you that, bro. Like, so it's gotta be, I'm gonna hit you up and then hopefully, we can get it like that.
Well, that's a good thing with technology now, man. Just we can wing the damn thing, man.
Yeah,
But
exactly, right.
hopefully, man, when we get over this hump, man, because we was fighting, man. Let me tell you, we was fighting on that Bethlehem, is it Bethlehem, Philly? Outside of Philly,
Right,
Jerusalem, Pennsylvania, at
right,
the Wind Creek Casino, man. And Thursday, we was flying out Thursday, right? And they canceled the opponent dropped on quick.
right,
On the Wednesday, we were supposed to leave Thursday.
right,
So there was no late makeup or nothing, right? Nobody couldn't fill no spots. So Q hadn't fought uh this year. 2 fights already fell out. We turned pro in January last year, went on a 6-0 run, and then November a fight fell out, January a fight fell out, and then this thing in Pennsylvania came up. So we was doing that. The opponent fell out on Wednesday. So we didn't leave, right? On that Friday, they canceled the whole show with the corona, right?
right.
And I told Q, I said, man, let me tell you something. So I said, we didn't get on that plane for a reason, man. That's just how I live, right? And so I said, we may never know, right? But it didn't happen. Don't get frustrated. Stay in the gym. Stay in shape.
Yeah, well, my thing is before I go, bro. Like for all the up and coming fighters you got, like that's what happened to me a lot, bro. Like every time a door closed, a better one open. Every time, bro. I don't know how, but every time something like that happened to me, bro, something bigger came up. So, like I said, this Maurice Hooker thing got canceled or whatever, and it's postponed. I'm pretty sure when they come back, it's gonna be bigger.
Right.
If it's hopefully it's still me and him. If it's not, it'll be even bigger. I heard they talk about maybe me and like Lewis Ritson or something like that back in the UK. Or even like it might just be even. I mean, you never know. Like we might get be one of the first fights or something like that back
Right.
on live TV. And millions of people might be watching.
Everybody gonna be looking right.
Exactly. So for me, like every time something closes, like every time one door closes, 3 more doors open. For me, it'd be 4 doors open for me. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at it like that. So The main thing is, if you got, like I said, you got the fighters and stuff like that, you tell them just to stay active. Make sure they stay active, and because once this shit start going, it's gonna move. It's gonna move.
Right.
The wheels gonna be on. They're gonna be looking for people. Man, y'all want to fight? You want to fight? You want to fight? You know, so you gotta be ready. You know, like training. I'm still training. Like, I mean, of course, not training camp, but I'm still training at least once a day. You know,
Right.
usually training camp I train like 3 times a day, but right now at least I'm training every day, once a day. You know, for a few hours and stuff like that, just so I can be, you know, so I can be ready. So, that's like my advice to any, you know, any fighters.
Well, that next week, because the fighters who were still on the show, they went out there and got canceled. And that next week, the promoter's son was on live. He had corona, bro. Somebody had it in the casino.
Right.
And I was like, bro, see, we wasn't supposed to be over there, man. So, you know, I don't know what it is and don't pretend to. But when you've been in this and earn your stripes, you realize everything's happening for a reason, man. So just stay the course, do the work, man. And as far as you go, brother, you know I'm a super fan, man. I've been backing you the whole time, bro. And I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna keep doing it. And hopefully when things kick back up, man, and we get something in stone for the next fight, man. Hopefully you give me another little 30 minutes or something, man. Just
I
hit me up.
got you, brother. I got you. I got you. You got my number now, so just hit me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, dog. Have a good one.
California dreaming. I see you.
California dreaming, baby.
All right.
All right.